Okay, links another YouTube video. Forbidden History, Dinosaurs and the Bible. Please share with others! Here's all you need to know about dinosaurs and the Bible. They're not in it. Very important. A person's true worth is derived from who Christ sees that person as. So it doesn't matter what I do, it's just what Christ sees? That made a life a lot easier. Fuck it. True worth is derived from who oh, okay, sorry. Infinitely worth it. Hey, a person's true worth is derived from who Christ sees that person as infinitely worth it? Think about it. An infinite God who would die for a single person. Yeah, think about that for a second. Infinite God didn't die. Death means you die. But, anyway. For a single person! All of humanity forever and ever. One person. Then again, I guess that makes some sense, because we're all fucked and sinners and going right to hell because of the actions of one person. Adam, you son of a bitch. Satan wants you to believe that a person's worth is derived from what that person has, who he/she is, how many friends he/she has, how much a person has done, etc. So Satan's a capitalist? Also, talking about a person's worth, and they bring up he and she, that kind of reminds me, the Bible is very specific about one thing. When you're buying slaves and selling slaves, remember the female ones are worth only half as much as the men. Don't get me wrong, I am totally for achievements. Hell yeah, Xbox 360. Friends, being famous for good things and accumulating stuff. Accumulating stuff. Just imagine hoarders. Way to go! Christ can use stuff to bring others closer to him in intricate or simple ways. Here, Christ, take my Android. Use it! If I get some texts from Jesus H. Christ, I'll know. Oh my god. Okay, his link's another YouTube video. Kent Hovins answers his critics. Let me just tell you what that means. Kent Hovind ignores his critics and repeats the same arguments that have already been debunked. Okay, this whole paragraph is in all caps as well, so if you'll excuse me. Please do not fall for the trick that certain ideas are propaganda and not others! It is an evil technique to try to get people to believe that some ideas are the truth, while others are false, and therefore propaganda. But some things are true. And in technicality, art putting anything forward is, by definition, propaganda, though propaganda is used in a very negative sense, as meaning something that is absolutely false from the outset. But, if you have truth, and then you have untruth, there can be infinite untruth and one truth. That means that some of them are not false and others are false. Not that everything has to be false. How... Oh, fuck. What are you even arguing here? Don't fall for it! Believe the truth! Well, how the hell do we know what the truth is? All ideas are propaganda, not just the ones that people don't like! Not every idea, whatever it's done artistically to fuck it. Here is the endgame link to tell your friends / random strangers. He's up to date with Facebook. While believing you can be a positive influence and speaker of... Wait. Here is the endgame link and tell your friends / random strangers while believing you can be a positive influence and speaker of truth. Was that even a sentence? They might thank you and hug you. Smiley face. Oh boy, hugs! I'm gonna go tell her about Planet X. Smacks! And people telling you to shut the fuck up! Oh. Okay, this next sentence is in full caps. Ever feel like you need a reminder of how precious life is and how special our place in the universe is? Yeah, look at the infrared background radiation. It's not. Ever need to be reminded that we thought that the world was created for us, specifically? Ever need to be reminded that we thought that the sun revolved around the Earth, and in fact that the entire fucking universe revolved around the Earth because the Earth was the center of the universe? And it's not. And I wasn't even around for most of the universe's history, and our place is not special, it just happens to be where we are. Do I really have to go really into detail with that? How do you tell someone who is so sure that the entire fucking universe and everything was made specifically for you? Because you are so fucking special. And that's why 80% of you believe that the world is going to end on your watch. Yes, it is. Everything is for you. Fuck off! And there's a YouTube link for that. And he says, watch the whole thing! And another YouTube link. So I guess that was part 1. Okay, another link, and he says, again, creation versus evolution. Tell others, let it spread like wildfire. Completely destructive to everything around it. Believe it! Smiley face. Okay, the first part of this paragraph is in full caps, so bear with me again. I'm losing my voice here. Tell others so they won't remain in a state of being deceived. Oh. This is a spiritual battle! Get your Yu-Gi-Oh cards! Magic time! Angels and demons are fighting over people's beliefs! Can it be like anime where the sky rips open and there's light going everywhere and the sword's on fire and... I want to see some shit. Or at least, if it's invisible, have it detectable by some kind of machine. We're getting close to trying... We got theories on how we can detect weakly interactive massive particles, WIMPs, dark matter. And we've got things going on, and we're trying to see if we can detect that. And for all intent and purposes, that is an undetectable material. Shouldn't angels and demons fighting constantly be slightly easier to detect than that? That's just my theory. Okay, now he's back to writing like a normal as close to a normal person as you can. People don't seem to realize the museums and classrooms of the world are the evolutionists' churches! Oh my God! I've been going to church all these years! I thought I was learning math, but it was church! Oh, and I guess this is quoting Kent Hovind, because that's such a reliable source. Where they preach and show well-lit displays that are holy and sacred. When the hell has a museum or a school shown anything and said that this is holy and or this is sacred? My girlfriend has something that she says this is sacred. It's her cat, and the cat's name is Sacred. Of course, the Catholic Church, way back when, did call all cats evil. You know, creatures of the devil. So I guess my girlfriend's a Satanist. Awesome! Evolution/evolutionism is a carefully protected from criticism evidence against the theory sacred cow. Evolution is not protected from criticism. It's a scientific theory, which in science, anything you put out there is immediately suspect to the greatest criticism possible. That's how science works. And that's why intelligent design never presented anything in a scientific journal. Because there are too many people who can say, okay, you need to present an experiment that's verifiable so that we can repeat it and verify it in order to tell that you're telling the truth. Intelligent design can't do that. Creationism can't do that. That's why they're not scientific theories, they're beliefs. And evolution has plenty of actual evidence that people all over the world, completely unbiased, can come to look at the evidence and figure out that it points to this conclusion. It's not protected from shit! Everyone can take a swing at evolution. And if we find something that disproves evolution, we're going to throw evolution in the trash! Just as, like I was talking about dark matter. Dark matter is a theoretical thing based on the way everything's moving, based on Einstein's theory of relativity. The fact that things aren't exactly moving quite like you would think they should. And dark matter is a way to reconcile that theory. However, if another theory comes up that explains the motions of the planets and galaxies and does not need dark matter within it to work, that theory will replace the theory of relativity. Just as the theory of relativity replaced Newtonian physics. That's just how science works. There's no cult of Newtonian physics that had to wage a holy war against Einstein's theory of relativity. It worked, and we use it. Okay. Full caps. Those who say that scientific evidence goes against a young Earth and universe do not know their science / are lying to you! Present your argument. And that doesn't just mean argue. That means present something to show evidence of that. Screaming it doesn't make it any truer. Evolutionism is such a dangerous religion that it has littered the path to Christ with so many objections, skepticisms, and pitfalls. I do believe that you can believe the story of Christ and you can acknowledge evolution at the same time. I mean, yes, many atheists became atheists because of their adherence to science and objectively examining the Bible. It didn't present things scientifically, and they could not bring themselves to believe it. But there are plenty of people who do believe in the Bible and accept evolution just fine. They believe in Christ. They're Christians, they're good people. They are assured that they are going to heaven, and if God is annoyed with them because even though they were good people and followed all his rules perfectly fine, they did not reject science to promote arbitrary side notes of the Bible based on what the people of the time thought might be accurate about the way the world was formed and how humankind came about, which have nothing to do with how you should behave. If God can't get over that, God's a dick. But as Deborah brought out, these could be thoroughly removed from the way by the powerful message of creation. Despite what people may believe, it's perfectly legal to teach creation in public schools. It's legal to teach it in private schools. Public schools are funded by the government and the separation of church and state. I already went through this on your first fucking paragraph. There are no laws against it. As many times as I say it, there of course are no laws against it. None at all. I must say it as many times as possible so that you believe what I say. But the threat of a lawsuit is used to try and intimidate / scare teachers out of teaching creation, even though there's nothing to worry about since there's no law banning the teaching creation in public. So, fuck you! Good. Your conspiracy theories don't make sense. Get some better theories. He links to something on drdino.com / Lies in the Textbooks Seminar Part 4. I'm pretty sure that's another conspiracy website. Tell others! Did you know if you watch something again and again, it will be different each time you watch it again? You don't know how recording technology works, do you? Another. The statement, evolution is scientific fact, is not a statement of fact. It is simply a lie / false religious idea. The concept of evolution existed long before Darwin. People could see the change over time of things. And Darwin's big contribution was the theory of natural selection, explaining evolution beautifully well through the concept of survival of the fittest. Which doesn't mean that we have to kill everyone because we must be fit, die! It just means whoever is better at surviving, survives. And die is not always better at surviving. Now, what was it? What was it called? I keep thinking of the wrong word. Well, Google search probably won't help me on that. I was trying to think of the specific kind of evolution that Adolf Hitler believed in. Because, of course, he has, we are the superior race. But, no, not me. I don't have blonde hair or blue eyes. But the Aryans, super race, supermen. But that was a kind of evolution proposed before the time of Darwin. Well, maybe during his time, but I don't know it quite as much. I can't even remember what it's called. But in that, there was what was called the evolutionary ladder, whereas this is superior to that. And they had humans ranked up, and on the bottom you had the African, and then you had things like, okay, now we got the Hispanic, the Chinese, the Native American, this, and then we got the up to the top, and there's the European, the blonde hair and blue eyes, and that's the absolute height of everything that exists. That kind of ridiculously racist version of evolution, Darwin didn't subscribe to at all. Darwin was very progressive for his time in terms of race, which is very surprising considering that during his time, slavery was common. But also, the one common thing where they say, Hitler was an evolutionist. Hitler didn't buy into Darwin's theories at all. He was one for the evolutionary ladder. And that's why we are superior, we are better than everyone. That's not how Darwinian evolution works. Because we're still around and dinosaurs aren't. Does anyone want to say that we're better than T-Rex? The mallard duck was more effective than a velociraptor. Okay.